processing.
And so during the course, if I say BW or BI or BW, it's one and the same. Let me give the basic idea. How does this work? How does an SAP works with a data warehousing tool called BI? Now, are you aware of OLTP and OLAP?
I'm sorry, Madan? OLAP?
Are you?
OLAP?
Yes.
Yeah,
So what is
online
OLTP?
processing.
And?
Yeah, it's analytical processing.
Exactly. So, can you give a quick example of OLTP? However, in today's world, we do not see any pure OLTP system, but still closer to OLTP system.
Payment made credit card.
Payment made by the person using a credit card. Fine. A transaction is being performed, right? Cashier machine in a grocery store, right? ATM machine. All these, the front-end machines are the front-end applications, including the front-end applications which are used to store the real-time generated activities or transactions. Come under OLTP systems. And what does this OLAP does? OLTP is storing all the day-to-day transactions into his database.
Right.
So what does this OLAP do? What is the necessity of getting a separate system called OLAP when we have all the information in OLTP which is generated based on day-to-day activity?
So OLAP systems basically do analysis on help us doing the analysis on the transaction data.
Anything else?
For example, let's say, as I said, the transactions done through a credit card by a member. So the next level of analysis that I would want to do is I want to see how many transactions got authorized, how many got denied. So the system that helps me to do that analysis would be an OLAP system.
So, you mean to say like a simple report which is giving me the output, number of transactions denied and number of transactions authorized.
Yeah.
Right?
Can
I build such simple report on OLTP? I have the information on OLTP as well, right?
You can run, but I don't think we might not have huge volumes of data in OLTP systems.
Exactly. Basically, where this OLAP is getting data from? OLAP is getting data from different OLTP systems.
Right.
From different OLTP systems. But OLTP is specific to execute the front-end business process. OLTP is specific to execute the front-end business process. For an example, as you said, a customer using his credit card. OLTP is specific to store the record what the customer has done with the credit card, what type of transaction it is, where he has spent, what is the date, on what date, what time, and the status of the transaction, whether it is authorized or denied. The amount of transaction, all these will be generated in OLTP system. Let me give a quick example, one quick example of OLTP system. Let us say, have you visited the grocery stores near your Woolworths or Coles? Probably
Can you
right?
repeat that again? I'm not hearing you.
Yeah. Hope you have visited your grocery stores nearby you, like Woolworths or Coles, right?
Yeah.
Or Walmart, whichever is nearest to you. Let's say you have spent around 45 minutes in collecting all your grocery requirements.
Okay.
And as the system of OLTP that is used by the grocery store is not specific to your transaction, if the system is not specific to store your transactions, then the performance of the cashier machine is getting slowed down as the backend reports are getting executed by the manager. Because of the slow performance of the cashier machine, are you hearing me, Priya? Are you with me?
Yes, I am.
There is a long queue. And let's say it took another 45 minutes. And by day or two, or within few days, a new store was opened up just beside the Woolworths. The system is fast and there is no queue. Always when you go into Woolworths, you might be waiting for 40-45 minutes to settle your payments. But here, the system is in the new grocery store that has opened up as its system, cashier payment system, specific to OLTP, which is performing faster, because of which there is no queue. You might be spending around half an hour to 45 minutes in the grocery store to get our collectibles. But later, to settle the payment, if it is taking only 3 to 5 minutes, as there is no queue and the performance of system is more, which store you prefer to go?
Yeah, the one that processes my bill faster, or settles my bill faster.
And ATM machine, talking to ATM machine. So if the ATM machine is performing slow and the record is getting transferred is too slow and it is taking time. So before the record has been entered into the system, if you are performing your next transaction, what will be the result? Let's say I have 10,000 bucks in my account. I have processed withdrawal of 2,000 bucks, and before the transaction gets loaded into the system, I have withdrawn another 2,000 bucks. So what should the system do? Because of this reason, OLTP systems are specific to load transactions that are generated in day-to-day activity. No other burden will be put on OLTP system like execution of reports for your analysis data. And the next reason, so here, the very first reason to have an OLTP separate from OLAP is and the second one to have a separate OLAP system is, so Priya, before I explain the second reason, how strong you are in database architecture or design or general information. Where can you rate yourself out of 10?
Out of 10, I would say 6. I have worked on relational databases, DB2, but that's been a while.
Yeah, not a problem. See, here I don't take any technical concepts of DB2 or SQL Server. All I need to know, do you have the idea or what are the properties or how the performance of the database will be, the size of the database. So let's say my OLTP system has one or the other front-end application, a custom application designed by the client, designed specific to the client. And the database that is being used in the backend for this application is DB2, SQL Server. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If the size of my database is small, the application performs faster. Right?
Right, because the volume of data is low.
Yeah. If the size of the DB2 or SQL Server is big, then the performance of the application slows down.
Yes.
So basically, the size of the database depends on volume of data.
Volume
right?
of data. Mm-hmm.
So let's say every day I'm getting around 0.5 million records, 0.4 to 0.5 million records every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm storing around 10 years of data on OLTP. So obviously the size of database increases
Mm-hmm.
and the performance slows down of the OLTP. Right?
Right.
To improve the performance, what the developer will do here in the on the front-end system is they continuously archive data from the OLTP system, or on a periodic basis they archive the data on OLTP system. They do not store more than 6 months to 1 year data on OLTP system, and it totally depends on the requirement of client or what is the amount of data that you are getting on daily basis.
Right.
The whole idea here is to make OLTP system database as low as possible so that the application performs better. But what if the case rest of the data is archived? Rest of the data in the OLTP system is archived. But what is the case if I want to see my 5 years report? What is the sale in last 5 years? Or I want to compare the sale in the previous year versus current year. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which cannot be, such type of reports cannot be generated on OLTP system because the data is already archived from the OLTP system. So here OLAP is used for the historical reporting. OLAP is used for historical reporting. As the data older than 6 months to 1 year is not available in OLTP system, historical reports can be generated only on OLAP.
Mm.
Clear?
Yeah.
And the next one, centralized repository. What is meant by centralized repository? Let's say I have 3 locations, my business running in 3 locations. I have 1 store in California, 1 store in New Jersey, and 1 store in New York. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I should have 3 different OLTP systems.
Right.
Then if I want to build a report on the data of California, then I have to approach the system of California. If I want to build a report on the data of New Jersey, then I have to approach the system of New Jersey. Similarly, New York. Let's say on top of all these three OLTP systems, what I'll do, I'll build my single OLAP system where the data is loaded on a periodic basis, daily, hourly, weekly, or monthly, based on the requirements from different OLTP systems to your OLAP system. Now, my OLAP system serves as a single point of contact for all my reporting needs. Right? And also, this OLAP system, I can also build historical reports, and also I can build comparison reports, how better California is performing when compared to New Jersey, or how better New Jersey is performing when compared to New York. Right? Single point of contact for all your reporting needs. So whatever data or whatever report you require, you can directly contact OLAP system for your report for analysis. And the next one is BI content. Are you aware of BI content?
BI content.
In your own words, not
the Z tables. BI content is something that already SAP provides.
Yes. BI content is something which is already provided by SAP. That means before SAP has given us this tool of BI, it has done a lot of research on different sectors, industries, and organizations. During their research, they found some common reports, some common tables, some common structures, some common flow, data flow has been observed by SAP, and on generic basis, they have developed the system and provided to us in delivery version, And almost 60% of the system is pre-built, which can be used by the developer just by activating it, and it is provided in a delivered version. Delivered version content cannot be used. You need to activate it for your usage. Also, you can make some small customizations in the existing BI content to suit your requirement instead of starting it from the scratch. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Which saves time for the developer, in other words, money to the client. Right?
Okay.
Now, independent from IT. Are you aware of BEX?
BEX? Yeah, to some extent.
Okay. So basically, when you have an idea of BEX, can you build a simple report on BEX using BEX Query Designer?
Yeah.
It's just drag and drop, right? All you need to know where the object is, which info cube you need to use, or which DSO you need to use, or which info object you need to use.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you give such small information to the client where exactly the data resides. Can the client build his simple report with a small training? Simple reports, not complicated ones, simple ones.
You want me to give an example?
Yes. No. Can a client build a simple report? Just by drag and drop, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. With a small training, client can build his simple report, right?
Yes. They'll have to know the rows, columns.
Yeah. Just rows and columns, drag and drop.
Drag and drop? Yes.
Execute. So here, if the simple report can be built by client, then it also saves the time for the client and money to the client. Because let's say I require some simple reports where I need customer purchasing products. What are the products that are being purchased by the customer on particular date? So what I'll do, I'll just drag and drop date field, I'll just drag and drop customer ID and the product, quantity and price in those. That's it. So my report is built. This is reducing. If client cannot build this report, he needs to request the developer, put a request. Developer will go through it, generate it, move it to quality, and then into production, which is again a time-consuming process. So in other words, it is independent from IT, but only to some extent. Till now I am talking about OLAP system.
Uh-huh.
Why I am talking about OLAP system? Does it have anything to do with BI?
I think the schema on which the SAP BI system is built is to support the OLAP system.
Yes.
The
BI system itself is an OLAP system. Is an example of OLAP system. Because we extract data from different source systems and load it into BI system and organize the data based on our requirements, and so that we can build our analytical, historical as well as all reports. In other words, all reports we can build using our BI system. Okay, this BI system is itself an OLAP system.
Okay.
During our course, we go through ETL process. What is an ETL process? E stands for?
Extraction, transformation and loading.
Transformation and load. Okay. We extract the data from OLTP system and transform and cleanse it by removing the dump data, if at all any dump data is available, and load it to the desired target and arrange it accordingly based on our requirement. Okay? So now, a high-level picture of SAP BI 7.0. From source system, data is loaded to data source using an info package. Info package loads data from source system to data source. And from data source, now the data is available in BI system. Now, a BI consultant is authorized to change the data or perform some transformations on the data. But at the source system level, BI consultant will not have any authorization. From data source, you have to load it to your target, and we have different targets like input your data source, info sets, info objects. You might be aware of those, right?
Yeah.
And here, from data source, to load data to the target, we have DTP, data transfer process, which will load data based on the transformations that are taken. And from tomorrow, we will see some practicals how to load data from source system to our targets. And first of all, we will start with flat files, then move on to ECC system. Any questions?
I'm good, Madan.
Okay, then we will stop our session here today. Before I exit, I repeat, anything in your mind you want to know. Hello, Priya?
Yeah, I'm thinking, yes. Should we talk about the transformation, the different types of transformations and all, Madan?
Not at the moment. We will talk about those as we go through the session.
Okay, got it.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving the phone to my husband, Madan.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Hey, Madan, sorry to interrupt. I'm an SAP consultant myself for past 12 years, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So she underwent training 4 or 5 years ago for a month. It didn't work out. The trainer was not that. So one of my friends suggested New York. And yeah, I mean, you're coming from ground up, which is pretty good. She's a business analyst, and she doesn't have programming background that much. She did programming, but not that much. So that's what we are actually looking for, like ground up. And assume that she knows only the basics, right? That's the
yeah.
So just couple questions, right?
This
Quick
is
thing.
not Sujan. Let me tell you one thing. Today, it's a demo session. Probably this is 1-to-1.
Yes.
But the session is starting from Sunday.
Okay.
And in this session, probably we are expecting around 3 to 4 people.
Okay.
So I have to go according to all the people requirements. If one is good in SAP BI and still he's coming here to know something extra, I cannot directly deliver the extra concepts that the one guy is looking for. I have to go accordingly to all the people.
Yes, that's what. I mean, for example, there is one guy who's an expert and one guy who is not at all an expert. So where do you stand? I mean, what do you choose?
I start from the basics.
Very good. Okay, very good. That's what we want. I mean, she's at the basic level, so that's what we're expecting. So we're not expecting a fast or something. I mean, if you're explaining from database level, that's what we want.
Yeah, from the basics, I'll explain from the basics.
Okay. So Sunday is one batch. So how long does it go?
Every day 1 hour. And depending on the concept, as we go through the sessions, when I jump into ECC system, it may extend to 1.5 hours.
1.5. Okay. And how many weeks does it go?
A minimum of 4 weeks.
Minimum of 4 weeks. And we're talking about only in the evenings, right?
Yeah. 8:30 p.m. CST.
Okay. So, yeah, we have to think about it. I have a travel job and we have a kid. So I just need to think. So when is the next batch starting?
We will let you know, and you can also talk to James. Are you talking to James or anyone else?
Jim or somebody.
Okay,
Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy.
You can talk to Jimmy, and Jimmy will coordinate with me.
Okay.
We will sort some or the other. What are your available timings?
I mean, basically, even morning is better if it is in the morning. Like we live in PST. So when would the trainings be in general? Is it because as per Jimmy, he told either 7 a.m. before 7 a.m. or after 7 p.m.
Yes, that's
okay. So we need to decide on that. I need to check with Jimmy. But we like you. I mean, when is your next batch starting? I'm pretty sure this is for 4 weeks, and you'll be busy with this. So you'll be starting a batch after that, or you'll be doing 2 batches?
Every day I run 4 batches here.
Okay. Okay. All right. Perfect then. Okay.
So provide your available timings to Jimmy, and Jimmy will sort out and give some slots.
Okay. Perfect. And so this will cover the entire BI. I mean, will she be able to ready to write certification end of this? And I mean, I'm not saying you guys are targeting for certification, but after, let's say, after the 4 weeks or 5 weeks of training, and if she does some hard work, let's say 4 or 5 weeks again, do you think she'll be ready for certification?
See here, during this course, we provide some of the real concepts, but not we do not target on certification. So,
Okay.
however, and you are an SAP consultant, right?
Yes.
So, if you don't mind, which module can I ask?
I'm a technical guy, ABAP, PI, solution
ABAP.
manager. Yeah, I'm a technical lead myself. Yeah.
So here, when you are a technical lead, and BI is a concept for certification where you need to undergo through 4 certification materials.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
If you require, personally, I provide the certification materials.
Okay.
And Priya has to undergo through all these certification materials apart from the course.
Yes.
Okay. And every day after the course, she has to practice, understand whatever questions she has in your mind. Ask her to drop me an email so that I can reply via an email.
Okay.
Okay. At least 3 to 4 hours a day she needs to spend on certification material as well as practice of the session to clear the certification of BI.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's completely understandable. So what will be your support in terms of, let's say, answering questions or something after the training? How long do you guys support?
See, let me give an example for this question. I'm into trainings from past 2 years. Even today, my first student, when I started training, dropped me an email. I'll immediately reply to that email.
Okay.
I may not remember the name of the student, but if any mail in my job inbox comes in, then immediately I'll reply to that email.
No problem.
So as long as I am in the service industry, I mean to say, like, as long as I am in the service industry and I am monitoring my email, I support every email.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just wanted to know. And as part of the regular training that you guys are giving, so you give daily exercises?
Not exercises, but however, we have idea system where you can practice sessions.
But do you give any exercise sheets or something, like to solve a problem? Do you guys give a requirement or something based on the chapter you're teaching?
If required, yes.
Okay.
If you require, I provide some of them.